let it get too far into that one before we realized. But that was not the way I wanted to start it, obviously.
We're only human.
All right, let's stick with Axis here and see how he could bounce back. So everyone's jumping off the, oh, B Green. B Green's down to the last. He's going to be probably the worst end of the deal there. Oh, Chop Trady's bouncing around. Let's just make sure no one's doing anything too crazy. Okay,
Yeah, I gotta keep an eye out.
Everything's checking out. Ooh, Chop Trady. Axis making moves here. Apex really benefiting from the restart. Oh, Axis, that was, I can't say anything bad about that. I mean, that was strictly a racing deal. Oh, Axis got the little turbo boost right there from, I think, radio. That was funny. All right, so we got a little cluster here.
Yeah, we do.
Mason still struggling off the start. Oh, man.
Mason, looked like Mason and Radio
The teammate,
both had trouble in that turn.
All three of the subsonic teammates back here holding it down. Oh, Chop Trady, or was that B Green? No, Chop Trady.
Yeah,
Chop
I saw orange.
Axis is down again. Man, Axis. Dude, Iowa was not phased by that restart, dude. Tyson is right here. Moto Man benefiting from the restart. Renegade also benefiting from the restart. Radio's already had enough. He's over it.
Yeah, I don't remember who was in second before that restart.
I believe it was B Green. So he's the one that probably was suffering the most, but he's made his way back up to 6th, so props to him. See how Axis is holding it down here. He's got time, but he might have a hard time catching Iowa at this point. Keep an eye on that. He's got Overshine right in front of him. So see that line right there does, oh, Axis.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a push. He probably didn't mean to do it, but...
Yeah, I gotta warn him on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting a bunch of spots right here. He caught right back up to B Green. Look at Joe Meister, though. All the way up to 2nd. Good for him. Renegade's right here in the podium. I know he's stoked on that. He's not going to want to give it up to Axis here, but might not have much of a choice. Oh, keep it clean. So watch it from B Green's perspective. Oh, Axis gets bumped off.
Yeah, Axis has been having trouble with that section.
Yeah, that's what happens when you send that wall jump. It's risky.
Yeah.
He's right off the track. Oh, B Green. Bummer. So that's Apex is right here. Moto Man dropped way back. Chop Trady right here in 11th. Oh, Moto Man.
Looks like whatever connection issue he was having, he fixed it. It doesn't seem to be lagging like he was earlier.
Yeah, I feel better about that. Yeah,
yeah,
at least he's got that. Ooh, that's a lot of whipping for. So Mason all the way up to 9th now. Apex right here getting a little weird. Overshine in 7th. Axis is right here on the edge of the track, living dangerously. So he's going to need to start rolling here pretty quick. Kyson dropped all the way back to 5th, surprisingly. I mean, he hasn't won any of our main events yet, but we know he's got speed, so surprised to see him drop back that quick. Joe Meister, though, let's give him a quick shout-out. He completely lost touch of Iowa, but he's holding it strong in 2nd. Renegade's right here ready to pounce on any mistake, though. And then now we got Axis 1 lap later. He's caught right back up to Renegade here, so let's see if he could get around him. This is the same section they tangled up last time, so see if they could sort it out this time here. This is basically a replay of last lap. Oh, they both go down. Oh, and they both get crappy resets. And now Kyson goes down. Oh, man. So that is a spot you really don't want to crash in that berm because it just resets you right on the wall. That's a kind of a funky milestone deal there. So that is going to slide Axis with another crash. Man, he is just having all kinds of crashes today. I don't want to say mistakes because they're not all his fault, but B Green up to 4th. He's right on Axis, so let's see if he could hook up a tow rope here.
Yeah, this might be a good little battle here.
Oh, is he gonna get onto the table? Nice. Yeah, so let's see how Axis handles catching up to Joe Meister here. Because that might be the difference maker. I don't think he's going to be able to catch Iowa. I mean, he still has 15 minutes, but that man is 2 straightaways ahead. Axis is going to have... I mean, anything's possible with Axis.
Well, and also I've been in situations like that when I was doing the BSX series. You know, I'd be multiple laps out ahead, you know, of anybody, and they would come up and out of nowhere and just pass me.
Yeah,
you never want to be too comfy.
So Joe Meister dropped back. He's got Renegade right on him now, so I know he's trying to stick with B Green in hopes of... See, the thing is with this section right here, you could gain 3 to 5 seconds on anybody. Oh, he's opting for the safe line. Oh, Moto Man lagged out probably, I'm assuming.
I do not know.
Hopefully he wasn't getting too frustrated. But either way, that's going to secure everyone else who's in here into the top 10. So with that being said, let's see what we got here. So Iowa just coming over the finish line as Axis comes into the bull turn here into the whoops. That man is 2 straightaways ahead. So we'll keep an eye on that gap. B Green, not totally losing toe of Axis, but definitely getting a gap opened up on him a little bit. But Renegade and now his teammate Overshine are both right here. So good for them. Chop Trey's gonna call it a night. He's had enough. Now Kyson right here in 6th. Joe Meister back to 7th. Mason. I would have been curious to see how Radio could have came back up through the field. Feel like he could have got around a couple of these guys, but I understand the early race frustration. So with that being said, take it easy, Apex. I know your name is Apex, but you don't just aim for the apex of the corner. But nice move around Mason, so that's going to secure him into 8th for now. Let's check back in on this gap between Iowa and Axis. The race director is calling it 17 seconds, so let's see if Axis can trim into that at all. He's going to have to do over a second a lap faster to close that gap, which is going to be tough.
But going to be tough, but yeah, like you even say, I mean, 12 minutes left, anything can go down. But he seems to have the track pretty dialed right now. And B Green has a little bit of a gap in that 3rd position right now, but you better not get too comfortable because Renegade and Kyson are... Whoa, weird angle there, but Renegade and Kyson are looking to move up. They're just knocking on his door saying, I'm here. Do not let your guard down. Kyson's a little bit further back, but still on the same straightaway. Renegade looking smooth through that sand section. Still has B Green in his sights, so he might have gotten a little further back. I think right now it's just a race on who is able to keep it smooth. Axis looking like he pulled it together.
So that lap, I don't know if you saw, he was another second further behind Iowa than the lap before.
Yeah, I did not see the time. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Iowa might have this thing wrapped up right now. Because if anything, Axis is needing to take chunks out of the time, not have it open up even more. But the other thing we want to keep an eye on here is this battle for the top 5, because that is also the cutoff for the clash here after the races. So we got to keep an eye on that.
All right.
Because Overshine is well within distance of catching Kyson. And Joe Meister is right here to capitalize if either of them lag out or crash or anything. Looks like Mason got back around Apex. He's got a good little gap going now. So he's starting to lock down that 8th, see if he could close the gap on Joe Meister, so we'll keep an eye on that. But right now what we want to watch is this battle between Overshine and Kyson to see who can make it into the clash after the main event. That's going to be the one to watch, I think. Because Renegade, well, he's still right here with B Green, so we can't really count him out either. And then Axis still holding 17 seconds, so I mean, he's right there, you know, he's not really gaining or losing. So shout out to this man.
Yeah, shout out to Iowa, man. It was, I don't think he was around for the season opener last year, but I mean, when he did join, I think he joined in round 2, and he was in the top spot, or like in the podium spot, you know, every week. And if he wasn't, he was probably one spot off. So, looking good out in front right now, looking smooth through that sand section. And take a look at B Green. B Green keeping it smooth, and Renegade is still in that spot right behind him. Can't really tell how close he is to him. I think B Green might have gotten a little bit more of a gap on that one.
Yeah, it looks like he opened up a little bit of a gap. But we still got a pretty good amount of time left here. I mean, we still got 8 minutes. And, oh, pretty big mistake out of Kyson, but kind of the same thing for Overshine. So, got to keep an eye on that. Oh, wow, Joe Meister is closing in, actually. Surprisingly. He seemed like he was fading, and now he's right back here. So, can't really... Oh, Kyson's off the track. Yeah, we're going to have to close in on this battle here, see what happens. Kyson went around the outside of that whole turn, and just like that, Overshine is here, and he wants to secure his spot into the Carnage Clash, and just like that, he washes it. So that's going to allow Joe Meister right back into the thick of things. He was early on, he was in the podium spots, so he is definitely looking to get back into that top 5. He wants to go to the Carnage Clash. He's just sending it through this section. I don't even think that's how I meant for it to be done, but hey, more power to you.
Right.
These guys are all 3 right here, so any one of them could be going to the Carnage Clash. Mason just a little outside of that window of where you'd want to be to get back into that top 5. But shout out to him for just chugging along, riding a solid 8th place. You never know, he might be able to pick one more off. And then shout out to Apex here for coming through the LCQ, man. First time with us, made it to the main event. He's going to get a solid top 10. So we got to keep an eye on Iowa. He's coming up to the back of him here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. It's probably going to get around him before this race is over. But appreciate you joining us, Apex. As you can see, Iowa's are pretty much catching him right now. So keep an eye on that. And man, this guy is just doing every bit of picking up where he left off last season, if not, and then some.
Yeah.
Believe he got 2nd overall. Like you were saying, he missed the season opener last season, but he just got all the bonus points and just rode rock solid. And at the end, Parker had a couple of bad races and ended up, I mean, he still had it, you know. It was Parker's championship, by no doubt. But
right.
For a moment there, it looked like Iowa might have an outside chance at even getting the championship. So he's here. He's looking to establish control. Not sure if we're going to get access for the whole championship or not. He only raced with us one race last season, I mean. But if he does stick around, I mean, Iowa's off to a great start here, because he's got a couple of bonus points already, and then depending on how he handles the clash, he might be having a well-established points lead here. So it looks like Iowa got around Apex no problem, didn't have to warn him. They're going to have to keep an eye on when Axis is closing in here. Looks like he's got a ways to go, though. So 5 minutes to go. Let's check in with, oh, Renegade here. Up to 4th. Right? I'm not tripping. Or was that Overshine that we were watching? So Renegade, no, yeah, Renegade's been in 4th the whole time. I'm
Yeah,
tripping.
he's been trailing B Green.
Sometimes I get Renegade and Overshine mixed up.
Well, yeah, they wear the same gear, so. And just like that, Renegade goes down. I have no idea where Kyson is at this moment in time. There he is, right there. Kyson's a little further back, so B Green, or not B Green. Renegade had a little bit of breathing room to get back up and going. Kyson's still looking smooth through this section so far. Nice little whip over that triple. Take a look at Overshine. Overshine is not far behind Kyson, so in these final 4 minutes, we might see him do a little bit of catching. We'll see. As you can see, he has him in his sights right there. He is licking his chops right now.
Yeah, he's just outside of the range, and Joe Meister is not really letting him have it either. See, he's taking this line here, which I think is a little bit safer. Not sure which one's
Right.
faster, to be honest with you. Mason definitely a little out of reach from catching those guys. But shout out to Joe Meister for being able to regroup and catch back up to Overshine. No easy feat when you're, dropping back like that to just regroup and catch back up. So these guys are
Right.
both opting for the triple quad. Well, Joe Meister kind of wheel tapped out. But yeah, man, any one of these three could be go into the clash here. I think your top 4 is pretty much locked in at this point because Renegade, I mean, he's got a good straightaway gap on Kyson. And then B Green, he's pretty much checked out. But, oh, Apex has left.
Apex has left, so
So that's going to leave us with 8 more. Let's see. Oh, Joe Meister, I'm seeing some movement. Let's see here. Yeah, these guys are battling, man. Let me just check in. Where's Mason at compared to Iowa? He is... Oh. Did he already get lapped? He already got lapped. I missed it. My bad. I should have warned him. I'm sorry. So this man is just on a mission. He's already lapped all the way up to 8th place. Probably the first mistake we've seen him make right there. But, I mean, he's still got plenty of a gap over Axis.
yeah, he's still got a good gap, but I mean, Axis is kind of reeling him in a little bit. Well, maybe not after that case right there. But I think he has reeled him in a little bit, so I don't think it's going to be enough to take over that top spot. But he is looking a lot more comfortable with the track, so...
Definitely. We'll be curious to see how these guys do in the clash here. Hopefully they all want to join up for it.
So, explain a little bit more like what the clash actually is, like how it's going to operate.
So pretty much, let's just check in real quick here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just make sure that Iowa's not catching these guys. He's right here. Okay. He is catching them, but I don't think he's going to catch them. All right, so pretty much what's going to happen is, so you're going to get the top 5, so there's going to be 5 people in the clash. They're going to all line up on the gate. They're going to do 1 lap. Whoever gets last gets kicked. And then they re-rack
From the
at
whole
gate.
season, or what?
No, just from that race. From the
Oh, okay, so it's a one-lap showdown kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a 1-lap showdown.
Okay,
and
okay.
And then there's going to be 4. They do 1 lap, then whoever gets last gets kicked. And then you're down to 3. Do the lap. Last place gets kicked. Down to 2. 1 lap. And the winner takes home all the bonus points.
Okay.
So the thing that'll make it interesting is that there's, takeouts and everything.
Right. Yeah, so it's no holds barred on that one.
Exactly.
Anything goes.
We got a good battle here between Joe Meister and Overshine. I mean, he's just Mason. He's kind of out of the way, but I would prefer if he did not do that.
Didn't
But
he?
man,
I
look at,
think he stopped there last time as well.
could be. Look at this battle.
Yeah. Joe
These
Meister
guys
and Overshine battling it out right now.
are picking their way through here. Does he send the wall? Yes, he does. So let's see how it works out. Ooh. Different lines. Coming out pretty even right there.
Yeah, these guys are gonna go all the way to the end. I have a feeling it's just a
Yeah.
race now to who keeps it clean or keeps it clean. Who keeps it smooth.
We'll keep an eye on Iowa here. He's got 2 laps to go. I think Axis is finally closing it in on him, but it's just a little too late. Iowa could be real
Yeah,
magic. Oh, look at this. Renegade. Is that? Oh, wait.
that was B
No,
Green.
that was. I think Mason's back going. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Overshine and Joe Meister are just duking it out. We're probably gonna try to just stick with this battle here. Oh, Overshine to the inside. Nice, keeping it clean. Oh, he's gonna have to send this double. Gets over it. Nice. So these guys are battling. I think at this point, Kyson pretty much has it because we're on the last lap now. So these guys are kind of battling in hopes that they could get the, provisional spot if somebody doesn't want to do the clash at this point.
Right.
Because it could go to them if one of these other 5 don't want to do it.
Copy that.
Oh, Overshine getting a little funky.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
all
think
right.
he meant to ride that wall, but I
No?
think in a way it kind of worked out.
Yeah. Mason sticking with B Green here. Hopefully, oh, never mind. Just don't want him to get caught up in anything that he doesn't need to be caught up in.
Right.
So, where are we at? Iowa's finishing up the race here. He's locking it down. All right. So with that being, a 360 and he lands it, dude. That was sick. I've never seen that before, honestly.
I just caught the tail end of that one. I do apologize. I was looking away from the screen for a second. But yeah, it does look like Iowa Hawkeyes is gonna be your first winner of the series
Yep.
of season
Axis
2.
bringing it in
Axis
for a
coming
second.
in. And from the look of it, B Green will bring up your last podium spot if he keeps it smooth. Well, actually, yeah, he's in a gap by himself at the moment. So yep, it will be B Green for your 3rd place, along with Renegade, Kyson, Overshine, and Joe Meister. Good run out of these guys.
All right, so everybody, if you can hear me, Iowa, Axis, B Green, Renegade, and Kyson. Kyson, you're all invited to the Carnage Clash Showdown right now. So we're gonna get that lobby going. If you don't understand the rules to that, jump in the Discord real quick. It's in the format. If you have any questions, you can, throw them up. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's 1 lap, and last place will be eliminated until we're down to 1. There's bonus points for the championship, but mostly it's just for fun. Everyone else, thanks for joining. Overshine and Joe Meister, if you want to stick around in case one of these other guys doesn't want to do it, feel free. But with that being said, good racing.